What's going on there, YouTube? This is Quinn, that snazzy iPhone guy, and this is the video unboxing of the HiFiMAN HE-500 headphones. Now, I saw the HiFiMAN booth at CES 2011. I was getting very tired and restless. It was near the end of the day, and we were walking through kind of the Asian Chinese junkie section, and we came across the HiFiMAN booth. I was like, whatever, let's go. And my dad was like, no, we should really check these headphones out. They look nice. And I was like, Dad, let's just go. Those look like crap. And the very nice folks at Head Direct and HiFiMAN brought me in. Dr. Fang himself put me in the chair, who's the designer of these headphones. He put me in their chair and made me listen to some music, and holy cow, the headphones were not junk. They were one of the most impressive headphones I've heard. Now, granted, those were the HiFiMAN HE-6. Now, the HE-6 are the $1,200 counterpart to these headphones. These are the lesser portable version, but they are very inefficient, they require a ton of power, and they're not very practical for every day-to-day use. So the HE-600 is, the HE-500 is kind of a new play on HiFiMAN's, outstanding legacy, which has been really inefficient headphones that sound really great, but they're not going to be practical outside of out of very few circumstances. So these are a little bit more mainstream. They still run a lofty $899, so $900 is going to get you these headphones. Now, for those of you that are standing up, pooping your chair, saying, oh, the audacity! Now, $900 is a lot. I'm not going to downplay it, but it also isn't that much considering the sound quality you get, the build quality, and what you can pay for audio. So, and furthermore, these headphones sound just as good as headphones I've tried that are in the $1,200–1,300 range. So that's impressive in and of itself. Anyways, let's get to these headphones. Like I stated, they are a little bit more practical. You will still need a portable amplifier, and you can use like the FIO E5. I still have to go get a 1/4 inch to 3.5 millimeter adapter. I have a bunch of the other way around, but I don't have any of that, and I'll have to go check that out. But I've been listening to these for about an hour and a half, and I'm going to get to you kind of with my first thoughts and impressions on the strengths and weaknesses of these headphones and all that good stuff. Now, this is the cable. If you think monster cable stuff is thick, this is the thickness of an instrument cable. It is a beast. Now, this is, made in Japan. Good quality stuff. This ain't junk, but that's a gigantic speaker cable. It's about 8 feet long, I think. At least I felt it as though it was 8 feet. It may be only 6, but it's pretty long. You're going to have your 1/4 inch adapter here, and then, of course, you can get the 3.5 millimeter if you so choose, the 1/8 inch, but you just put the adapter on and you're good to go. But I've been listening to it with my Fast Track Pro, which is a USB amplifier, which is pretty good. Anyway, on this side, you're going to have the two connectors, which will go into the headphones themselves. As you can see, those are a little bit obscure. They're not what you've typically seen, and these are a little bit higher quality inputs. Now, they do give you a couple extra, so that if you so choose to create your own cables or a secondary cable, you can do so. So that's nice to see. You're also going to get an extra headphone, or excuse me, an extra ear cup cover, cushion. Well, yeah, I guess it would be a cushion. They're very nice foam, or not foam, they're like suede carpet almost like. They do get a little bit itchy, at least on my head after like 30 minutes, but I do like, my face is rather hairy, and so I guess if you have a hairy face, it can be disturbing, but like my mom listened to them, she said they weren't bothersome at all. So, I mean, they were a little bit uncomfortable for me. I am a bigger fan of leather ear cups, but these work just fine as well. And then, of course, you have your perforated, what would that be? Other part. Okay. Terrible unboxing. And now we are to the main attraction, the headphones themselves. We'll close the box. What you're going to get with these headphones, and these headphones are very heavy. They have all metal construction. They are beastly. On top, you're going to see that there is a kind of a foam-ish. I mean, it's a leather, but there's foam inside. Headband. It's very comfy. These headphones are some of the most comfy I've tried, other than my not-so-favorite ear cups. And then, but you have a right and left, as you can see right there. Right, left. And then you have the connectors down here on the bottom. You stick those in, you twist them on, they're pretty easy. Now these, as you can see, are open ear headphones, and my are they open ear. These headphones leak insanely. I mean, this is another reason they're not that practical outside of home use, is because A, they're heavy, B, they're huge. I mean, look at them. I have a big hand and they just dwarf my palm. And C, they are open-eared. So I mean, you listen to this music and it will bleed through everywhere, like the plague. Now, I've read on forums that they actually do work with the iPhone 4 without any amplifier, although they don't sound good, I imagine, because there isn't enough output in the iPhone 4 or really any portable media player device other than maybe the Zune HD to provide a decent output. So you'd use something like the $20 FiO E5 portable headphone amplifier. It's like the size of an iPod Shuffle, and it provides extra power to your headphones so that you can get a better sound out of less efficient headphones such as these. But I've been listening to them with my, I don't know where it is, my M Audio Fast Track Pro. Now, it's actually like a little USB recording device. It's not necessarily a headphone amplifier, but it does have external power, so I had it powered, and I was getting quite a bit out of these headphones, and I think it was about as much as I could get out of any portable amplifier, or any amplifier. I'm assuming portable amplifiers, and this is, you know, this is dumb to assume because, of course, it's this way, but they're not going to put out as much volume and as much oomph as an actual desktop amplifier is. But again, $20 amplifier versus a $200 one. So on these $900 headphones, out of about a $200 amplifier, we were looking at excellent vocals and bass. Now, that's not to downplay the actual mids, because the mids are some of the richest and smoothest I've ever heard on headphone. The mids were absolutely incredible, but of course, with most headphones and with these headphones, they weren't totally flat EQ, and the bass was a little bit more focused on, and then the vocals were as well. So you're not going to get an entirely flat EQ, but do you get a good sound out of these bad boys. Now, they have an 89 decibel sensitivity, and their impedance is 38 ohms. So, you know, pretty impressive specs in and of themselves right there. Now, the magnets used to drive the drivers are the same as in the $1,200 HE-6s. However, of course, the diaphragms are not the same as, you know, the $400 price point difference. However, the diaphragms are very, very well built. I'm actually going to pull an ear cup off right here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Those come off. It's not the most graceful ear cups, I'm not going to lie. I think I know why they included a third one. It's a little bit cheapy feeling right there. But as you can see, those are pretty mighty intense. They are massive, the magnets right there, and then of course the driver, well, the magnets would be on this side and then the driver on top. So, you know, they are impressive headphones. Again, in the first hour, I listened to them with FLAC audio going through my $200 amplifier. I really noticed the vocals to stick out, which is really nice. Oftentimes, you find them bleeding or washing away with some of the cheaper headphones. And then, of course, the bass was there, but you could also downplay the bass if you wanted to. You didn't have to have it omnipresent. And it's not like the bass was overpowering like it is in the Beats by Dre and the V-Moto, you know, Crossfade LPs. I'm kind of naming a bunch of headphones that are not that expensive, but even the Beats by Dre Pros, the sound in here is pretty flat. There is a little bit of a drop-off on the bass, and I mean, you can notice that, but it's not too overwhelming. Other than that, though, songs, music, I listened to a few FLAC albums. I actually popped the CD into my MacBook. Well, I guess it was to my external drive into my MacBook. But yeah, I mean, in terms of sound, I listened to a few artists, namely Death Cab for Cutie. Some of their piano stuff was absolutely fantastic. I also tried a few poppier tracks. I tried a deadmau5 track, and I tried a Lady Gaga track. Both of them were pretty good, especially the Lady Gaga. It was a poppy, and she shined through, but you could also hear the rest of her music going on in the background, and the bass didn't wash everything out, which was really nice to see. So all in all, these are excellent headphones considering the price. Obviously, I can't give you a final conclusion on these because I've used them for no more than an hour. These already do have a week's worth of burn-in on them, which is nice to know because, you know, I usually burn in my headphones before I even say a peep about them. But first impressions are very good. Yeah, keep in mind they are $900, so they ain't going to be cheap, but they do sound like $900 headphones, which is excellent. So, yeah, I mean, that's the unboxing. Sorry, it's kind of informal, but I mean, those were my first and initial impressions. And of course, you'll see the review coming out in the next few weeks on the HiFiMAN HE-500s. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay snazzy. Had a little bit of trouble with my words. See you later, folks.